It was the end of April, all finals were passed, and we decided to do something unusual before going back home. My roommate Yasmin and I have been dreaming about a spontaneous trip to somewhere since we have started living together. Thus, happy and exciting after our last final, we started to plan our one-day trip to Borovoe. There were some difficulties related to this: food, money, and time. However, following the slogan "Now or never," we decided to handle everything by ourselves and organize an amazing trip. After choosing the day and getting a positive response from our friends, we bought tickets and food. The only way to make our trip longer and decrease our spending was to buy tickets for the train, which departed at 6 a.m., so we needed to wake up at 4:30 a.m. to prepare everything and reach the station. That night, instead of sleeping, Yasmin and I have been spending our time with friends. We came to the dormitory at 4 a.m. and it was the first time when we were afraid of passing the atrium. It was dark and deathly silent. There was no any light, so after walking about 10 meters, we started to run as fast as we could. Now it seems funny, but that night, every horror film we have watched came to our minds. Fortunately, everyone came on time, and we arrived at the station even earlier. The way to Borovoe took about 4 hours, and they were really long. First of all, we have dispersed over the whole train, hoping to have some sleep in the comfortable places. However, our sweet dreams were interrupted when angry women kicked us from their places, so the rest of the time we sat in such way without having an opportunity to sleep. Finally, we reached our destination and went hiking in mountains. There were 5 girls and 3 boys in our company. I don't know why, but 2 of the boys just ran away from us, and we continued our hiking without them. Before the trip, we thought that we would walk in mountains for 30 minutes and then have a picnic on the beach. However, our friend Arlan's plans differed from ours, so under his rigid control, we were going out for more than 2 hours until we reached the peak. Being unaccustomed to mountain trekking and wearing uncomfortable shoes, we wanted to kill him and go back to the center. In addition, the boys who ran away from us had all the water with them, so it was quite hard to go up the mountains. But as we reached the peak, all our tiredness and anger disappeared because of this view. Sitting there, we shared our dreams and deep thoughts, talked about our summer and laughed at the way we resented Arlan. The way back to the center was difficult only for me. Having slippery shoes, I was afraid of falling, so I went 3 times slower than others. However, with the help of Arlan, who was always giving me a hand, this hiking didn't hurt me at all. In the center, we met these 2 boys who ran away thinking that we would run after them. Being quite tired, we found a cafe where we have drunk a delicious kumis, which helped us to feel the Kazakh nature even better. After walking around, we went to the beach to have some rest and fed the goat there. On our way to the station, we have decided to eat some shashlik. However, we didn't expect that it would take so much time to wait for it. So worried about being late, we hated the bus, which was moving like a snail. When we reached the station, we had only 5 minutes to find the train. In addition, the bus didn't stop exactly near the train station, but about 300 meters away from it, in the fenced bus station. So, in order not to be late for the train, we needed to jump over this 1-meter fence. I don't know how, but I, the girl who always bypasses something and hates high jumping, managed to do it. After that, our friend told us. Initially, I wanted to bypass the fence, but when I saw Sandy jumping over it, I thought that if she did it, I definitely can. So, fortunately, we got on the train just before it started to move. I don't remember our way back, because I, as all my friends, was sleeping without legs. This story has become a part of our precious memories and will always be remembered during our warm gatherings. This trip has taught me that if you want to do something so much, you will do it regardless of difficulties. And again, remember, now or never.